Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the 7.4 update sneak peek, as well as the Fang Moor faction event with high, mid, and low teams. The UNDERSPIRE for Khetar. So that's what's on the docket today. The devs put out a sneak peek for the next update, which is the 7.4 update. I've watched it a few times. We'll watch it together, kinda. I mean, I'm on PlayStation, so I can't pop it up on the screen, but I'll watch it. I'll react to it. I'll tell y'all what I think about it. I'll drop a link or something so you guys can watch it too, at least after the fact. I don't know. We'll try to do something here. We're not doing pre-records anymore, so we'll have to do it like this. And if I did it on OBS, I could show it on the screen, but then we couldn't play the game. So, you know, it'd be a super short live stream because it's like a 2-minute sneak peek thing. And then what? You know, I can't switch back over to PlayStation. So we're going to have to do it this way. It's going to be a little janky, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Let's get everything set up, and then I will play the video and react to it. Kinda, you know, I already seen it, but I'll explain what I think it means. Putting in the first chapter. Doing the playlists. Save. What do you guys think about it so far? Has anybody else watched it yet? If you haven't, hey, it's out there. gemsofwar.com. Go check it out. I think it was Syrian, right? Go check it out. Shout out to them for putting those out. I really appreciate it. I think it's a good thing that the devs have been doing lately, is putting out the sneak peeks for the next update. So shout out to them, and go watch their thing after you watch this live stream. Let's see. Let me jump into the chat. How's everybody doing today? It's Tuesday, right? See you next Tuesday. Monday. Hump Day's next. Got the live chat. We got Professor Tyrion Shark, Anita, Mariah, Captain Professor Uncle Lollygagger, Stinker Jr., Senior, MD, PhD. You're gonna have some splaining to do. Supernova Sana, the Professor with the 2 running out there. Butt cracker showing rag in his back pocket, baby. John, what up? Livewire Supernova. Alright, so let's go. Let me get a couple more things here. Sorry. Chapters will be added. You'll be able to skip this part if you're here after the fact. Where's my own stream? What was that? What was that, dude? When did this come out, this sneak peek? Let me see. March 5th, so today? Nice. We're topical. We're topical today. Thanks to Sana. Sana pointed me to it. I didn't even know about it. I looked at the website yesterday because it was Monday, and I was looking at the changes to the Epic Trials. So it wasn't there yesterday. I guess they posted it today. So it's brand new. And I wish I could show it to you on the screen. I'm so sorry. But I'll link it somewhere. Let's see if I can link it to you in the chat or something. You can bring it up on a different screen or something like that. Copy. Let's see if I can paste it. Anita, thank you. Running out there to help the professor. Can I do that? There it is. I can pin it too, I guess. Pin it. Bring it up on your phone or something. Let's pin it. Pin message. So that's the update sneak peek. Anita running out there to help the professor keep his pants up with the suspenders. It's storming where I'm at, so if I go down, you guys know what happened. Alright, so this. Hit that like button. Let's turn in your ticket to the train, baby. Come on, Cinny. Come on, brother. Let's go, dummy. Come on, stupid. Crappy laptop, crappy everything. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna run it. Let's go. Let me put in a chapter first, though, so people can skip all this junk. Description. Where are you at, description? Right there. Okay, so 7.4 update sneak peek at the 5:30. Let's try to save it. Oh, it worked today. We're having a good day today. It's working. Alright, so I'm going to run it on my screen. You guys are going to have to, like, run it yourself, or just, you know, you've probably already seen it and you just want to know what I have to say about it. Or you haven't seen it at all yet, go check it out. It's only like 2 minutes long. I put the link in the pinned comment. So let's run it right now. Let's see if I can... Nope, it's gonna put my voice on there. Can I mute myself? Mute that. Mute that. And I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but I will. Alright, here we go. I'm going to run it. It's called Gems of War, Pillars of Light. The 7.4 sneak peek. Monoliths. Valhawks. Alright, so they're introducing something new called monoliths, and there's Valhawks that give you sigils, so you can go to these monoliths. So you'll play PvP like we do right now, you just play regular battles, and every once in a while a Valhawk is going to pop up. If you kill the Valhawk, you're going to get some sigils to be able to then go to something called a monolith.
Within each region, you'll see some monoliths. Select one to enter the monolith menu, where you will see PvP-only buffs that you can earn by winning battles.
So the monoliths are going to be in the regions. You can go there and pick one, and it will give you different buffs to apply towards PvP. So one might say reduce damage from spells by 25%. One might say gain 2 magic at the start of battle. One might say gain 2 armor at the start of battle. And then there's 5 battles, and each time you fight a battle, it gets stronger and stronger. The fights get harder and harder, but it takes a sigil to, you know, go up. So there's the Battle 1, Battle 2, Battle 3, Battle 4, and Battle 5. And for this example here, they have reduced damage from spells by 25%. So the first one gives you the 25%, the second one gives you 30%, the third one gives you 35%, the fourth one 40%, and the fifth one 45%. But the one thing, you can only get 3 sigils a day though, so you're either gonna have to like save your sigils, or you're only gonna be able to go up to the third one. And you probably want to pick something that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I would pick damage reduction from spells. I might pick something like gaining magic at the start of battle, or gaining armor at the start of battle, is what I would pick, but, you know. Let's go, let's run it. So some of those buffs are like weird, like deal 2 times skull damage versus poisoned enemies, and gain 1 life for each brown ally. Like, some of them probably aren't worth going after, but some of them are cool, like gaining magic and armor, depending on what your team is, and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's going to be helpful, I guess. It's another thing to do every day, though. We're going to have to go to PvP, hunt down Valhawks, but I guess we're already doing PvP anyway. So then we're going to take those and go to monoliths, which will then give us buffs for an hour. It's an hour, so if you defeat the monolith, you get that buff for 1 hour, and you can use it anywhere you want in PvP. And you get to pick which buff. So you can go to a different monolith depending on like which buff you want. And then if you use the second sigil, the battle gets harder, but the buff gets better, and you add another hour to the buff. Alright, the second feature is called Blood Frenzy. And 2 of the, let's go to PvP. 2 of the regions are going to be, have Blood Frenzy. They'll have like these rubies next to them. You go in there, and there will be battles to fight. Like, the enemies will have 50% extra stats, and, you know, you'll get double VP and double silver marks. So that's basically what Blood Frenzy is. And then they also made some changes, like some quality of life things. They moved the silver pets to the left and the golden pets to the right. They in the battles, when you fight the battles, it shows you like how much progress you have towards your silver marks. So if you're in like the the orange diamond, the 5 battles there, while you're in the battle, I think, or something, it like made it more obvious to when you to tell you when you're done and you got your silver marks. And like this thing will pop up on your screen and tell you like you got your silver marks, you're done. A little quality of life thing. So I don't know if I need to watch this whole thing because I kind of know, but I guess I'll keep it going. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, so.
Silver marks. This stacks additively with victory talismans, a new talisman you can earn.
Oh yeah, victory talismans. That's like the most exciting thing I heard. Victory talismans. So when you do 3 battles in the monolith, you get, I think, 2 victory talismans, and I think like it's a talisman that you use to get extra VP. So that's the coolest thing I saw, because otherwise you're just making battles harder and take longer to get more VP or silver marks. Which I don't know if that's like better or not, because you could wipe battles quicker and I don't know, maybe do 2 battles instead of 1. So I don't know if I like the monoliths and the blood frenzy and all that, but if we got VP talismans, like that's the coolest thing I heard. I don't know about y'all, but the VP talismans was the coolest thing that I heard.
Battle 3, 4 talismans from Battle 5. This combo can be a very efficient way to earn some VP. Now, you see a region bonus on a region like Khetar here. You'll receive double the number of silver marks, so keep an eye out for that too. Finally, let's also have a look at some quality of life features in this update. As always, you've sent us some great feedback and we've had a chance to implement some of those things. We've added the region bonus to the choose an enemy menu. This saves you having to remember where you're up to, so you don't accidentally play a couple of extra battles.
So that's where it is, on the choose the enemy menu. And then the other thing was they just put silver pets on the left and gold pets on the right.
We've also added to have this type of notification in other VP pets. Wait until the next update. Might only seem like a couple of features.
And that's it. It's pretty much, that's all. So anyway, it's monoliths, blood frenzy, a couple quality of life things, and then the VP talisman was the coolest thing I heard. You guys can watch it yourself. I don't want to sit here and not do anything on this screen right here. So I kind of felt kind of weird watching that while you guys are just sitting there in the chat. So that's why I didn't just run it and everything. But let me know in the chat what you guys think. What I think, like, they're gonna have mono. Okay, so let's think about this. We're gonna be fighting PvP battles, just like normal. And then sometimes a Valhawk is gonna pop up in your battle and give you sigils, so then you can go to monoliths. And you're going to take those sigils to the monolith, which you can kind of see them right here. I guess you can go to them, really. So these are the monoliths. So each one will have a different stat. And you will pick the one you want, depending on which stat you want, or whatever buff you want, I mean. It's not all stats, I guess. But whatever buff you want, you're going to pick the monolith. And use your sigils from the Valhawk to then go after that monolith. To go after that stat. You fight the first battle, you get 25% extra spell damage reduction, and you can and you have that for an hour everywhere you go in PvP at least. If you go to the third one, if you make it to the third one, you get all 3 Valhawks, and you do the you have to go in the same stat though. That's kind of dumb. I mean, that's not dumb, but you're gonna have to make sure to pick a stat you actually want, like magic or something. I guess that's not a problem, but yeah, you get 3 sigils from 3 Valhawks. You take it to whatever stat you want. You do the 3 battles. Then you get a VP talisman, which was the coolest thing I heard. And then there's Blood Frenzy. One of these will be like blood red. You go there, and then it's going to have double VP and double silver marks. But the battles are going to be 50% harder. So I don't know if that's like something I'm going to do or not. Would you rather just like go to purple and clear battles like super fast, and you can do 2 or 3, 4 battles in the time you do 1? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But the coolest thing I heard was the VP Talisman. I know I keep saying that, but everything else I was like, am I going to do that? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Am I going to do that? I don't know. Like the Blood Frenzy, I'm like, am I really going to do the Blood Frenzy? I don't know. We'll see. But the, you know, having the extra stats is cool, like extra magic. Maybe you can wipe in one shot when you couldn't before. The extra armor, maybe you can wipe in one shot when you couldn't before. I didn't see any other cool, like, super cool stats. Some of them were like, if they're poisoned, you do 2 times extra damage, or they were like weird stats, weird buffs. But yeah, extra magic is always welcome. Extra armor is always welcome, depending on your team. And then extra VP from a talisman. But aren't talismans, you only use them like once? Like they get used up like right away? Like that might not be, I don't know. The more I think about it, I guess we'll have to see. Because if you only get 2 talismans, think about, like, you get 2 talismans, you use it, it's only for 1 battle, right? So you're only gonna end up with 2 battles that you get extra VP for? I don't know. You could save up your Valhawks and go to 5 on a stat and get 4 talismans, but then that's only 4 battles. I guess you could double up on you could go to the Blood Frenzy and then, you know, fight that battle and use a talisman there too, and then make it like worth a bunch for those 1 battle. I guess probably the strat. Take your VP talismans to the Blood Frenzy, you know, and then make those worth even more. Like they're already worth double, so you might as well use your talisman there too. Because it's only good for 1 battle. The talisman's only good for 1 battle, so you might as well use it in the place that has the most VP, and the Blood Frenzy doubles your VP, so VP on top of VP bonus. I'm not sitting here, like, wanting VP super bad, though. I don't know. It is what it is. All the updates coming soon are all about PvP, so, you know, we're going to get alliances probably in 7.5, that's what I'm guessing. 8.0, I don't know what they're talking about, but they said there's some crazy big update for 8.0. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'll read the chat now. Hopefully I explained it okay. Valhawks, sigils, take them to the monoliths, get the stat, battles get harder, you get more stats, you increase your timer. The stats can go anywhere in PvP for as long as you have, like an hour, the timer. And then, you know, you get VP talismans on the 3rd battle and the 5th battle in the monolith. And then there's Blood Frenzy. You'll be able to, like, one of the regions will be blood red, or 2 of them actually, but one of them will be blood red, and you'll go there, you'll get, the enemies will be 50% harder, but they'll also give double VP and double silver marks. So my initial thoughts are you're taking the VP talisman to the Blood Frenzy, and then you're getting a bunch of VP for like 1 fight. And then 2 fights, and then maybe a couple more, but anyway, let me read the chat now. Pow right in the kisser. Anita, woohoo! Mariah says hi. Captain says you're going to have some blaming to do. Supernova says hello. Mark says like it just by viewing so far. Yeah, Sana likes the idea too. Livewire says hi. Professor with the 2, thanks again. John says got to highlight the one good thing these days. Yeah, putting out the sneak peeks. Captain, it says it was underwhelming and I feel pointless. I'm on that side of the fence. I like the VP talisman. I keep saying it, and I'm so sorry. I'm repeating myself, but that's me. I repeat myself. Tyrion says, interesting but kind of meh for next update, but could be building to the good stuffs. Supernova says, doesn't make me want to play PvP any more than I have to. I agree. I think it's going to make it... You're going to get the Valhawks as you play anyway, so you might as well go to the Monolith and do at least the 3 battles. And then you might as well take the VP Talisman and go to the Blood Frenzy and do the 2 battles. That's how I'm feeling. So what are we really adding? 5 battles that you wouldn't normally do? So it's not that big of a deal, but they keep adding more and more and more and more and more that you feel like you have to do. So, I don't know. And then the buffs are going to be for an hour. If you get 3 buffs, that's 3 hours. Are you going to sit there and play the game for 3 hours just because you have a buff? You better do... I don't know. And it's just for PvP. So you know how you get your gold boost and your soul boost when you collect your PvP goals, and then you feel like you have to play for another hour whether you were going to or not? Well, think about the buff now. That's another thing. They're like trying to manipulate you into playing the game longer, I feel. Ooh, I got an extra 6 magic for the next hour. It's counting down right now. I got 43 minutes left. I'm done with everything I was gonna do normally, but since they added this update, now I got 6 extra magic for 43 more minutes. I better play for 43 more minutes. I feel like they're trying to manipulate us into playing the game longer with all these like timers. All these timers. They keep adding timers to the screen to make you play longer. Anita, thanks for the gifted. Thank you so much. Helping Professor out there. Captain Professor Uncle Lollygagger gifted a membership. Thank you. Appreciate it, you legend. Oh, yeah. Helping Anita and the Professor. I think we fired up the engine today. Thank you so much. Keeping the lights on and the doors open. Stacy's here. Anita says would be nice that everyone gets 1,000 gems to start the new update. That'd be cool. Sana says, hey, sinners, Rantman, and lurkers, please do karate on that like button. Efley's here. Professor says might be good for new players. No talismans needed. Anita says, do you need those talismans? Talismans. So the VP talisman is the only thing that they added, I think, right? You don't need them, no. You don't need them. Those are just like per battle extra little thingies. But they added VP talismans to the monoliths. It's like, we don't have them right now. PvP. In the shop right now, you can get talismans, right? So you can, like, bless all allies, but that's for one battle. I mean, you get 5 of them, so it's 5 battles. So there's going to be one called a VP talisman, and it's going to boost your VP. I don't know by how much. So hopefully it's a decent amount, or else it's not going to be super desirable. But after you do 3 battles in the monolith, you get 2 VP talismans. After you do 5, you get, I think, 2 more or something. Maybe 4 more. I can't remember what he said. But you can't even do 5 in one day, so you have to, like, save them up if you want to get to the 5th monolith battle. You only get 3 sigils a day, so you can't even get to the 5th monolith battle in one day. So that'd be like a thinking ahead type of deal. If you want all the VP talismans, you're going to have to, like, not do it one day and then maybe do it the next day or something. I don't know. We'll see how it works. I'm not 100% sure. But talismans, you never, like, need talismans. That's just like an extra little buff that you can buy in the shop and then apply to battles. Sona says, I like the idea. Professor says, just additional boosters. Hiram Hawk is here. Anita says, hello to Hiram Hawk. You can hear it faintly, yeah. Blood Frenzy! John says, so the super grindy VP players can do... Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, it's not really helping anybody. It's like an even playing field. So if you think, oh, I'm going to do Blood Frenzy, well, so is the other guy. Oh, I'm going to get VP talismans. Well, so is the other guy. You know? It's not like you're going to have any kind of advantage. Everybody has the same chance to boost their VP and get double VP and use VP talismans. So, unless they're just playing the game wrong, I guess. That's the only way you would have an advantage. Because everybody can do it. Mark says, I'm doing over 100,000 VP each week. Now, will I get more with this? You should. You should. If you get the VP talismans, you go to the Blood Frenzy. I don't know if that's the strat or not. But it sounds like just to, you know, if you're planning on using your VP talismans, you're probably going to want to take them to the Blood Frenzy to use them, which is only 2 to 5 battles, so not a big deal. Livewire said pow right in the kissa and runs out there. We definitely got it fired up right now. We might be being the parking lot DJ. We might be playing that music. We're Swifties. Mark says the Brown Kingdom in PvP is gone today. I had to move to Red Kingdom. What? Really? Where'd it go? The brown one's gone? Yeah, we got yellow now for some reason. Isn't yellow different? Why'd they change it from brown to yellow? Oh no, go check out my live stream from yesterday. I did all the PvP teams, so if yellow's not there, then yeah, they changed it, and I don't know why. The train is moving! Professor says, what was the part about an hour? The buff lasts for an hour. So you take your Valhawk sigil, you go to a monolith, you fight the monolith battle, you get the buff, and you get the buff for 1 hour. That's the thing I was talking about is going to make you feel like you have to keep playing the game. Because now you're going to have this timer on your screen saying you have an extra 6 magic for all PvP battles for the next 43 minutes or whatever. So that whenever that happens to me, it like makes me want to keep playing because I'm like, oh, I'm wasting it. They keep doing that, though. With Nomapaloozas, with XP boosters, with gold boosters, with soul boosters. Now with this buff thing. Like, how many timers are there? There are going to be 20 different timers on the screen, and we're going to have to keep playing for 24/7. Professor says, wonder if the earned cumulative VP will reset with 7.4. I don't know. I don't know. Neophytes here. More time in the game. Yep. Dervisha says, I literally ignore timed buffs. Can't suck any more time out of me. There you go. That's how I feel. I don't let them manipulate me. Sometimes. It's hard not to. Neo says, let me serve some drinks and we'll get this train moving. Alright, dude. Sana says, let's go. We definitely are sliding into the gas station with the doors open, playing the music super loud so everybody can hear it going in and buying our scratchers and our brewskis. Mark says, I feel that way with pets. When I want to sign off, a pet pops up. Now I have to get the pet. Yeah, I feel that way with Cindy, like on a vault event. Where I'm like, nah, if I get Cindy in the next 15 minutes, I'll do another one. And then, of course, she pops up at like 14 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm like, gotta do another one. Lord Augustin, good to see ya. Captain says purple is gone too. Seems like they changed all of them. That's dumb. Yeah, this is red now instead of purple. What, they think we wouldn't notice? Croces says we got Urska and Construct PvP. That's dumb. I did all the teams yesterday. Now I gotta... Maybe we'll redo them. I don't know if I have time today, though. I'm on a strict, like, I gotta get off here at a certain time today. Since I started so late. Professor says all the restrictions shifted. I was on blue, now Adana. Yeah, I know. They forgot to change them when they came back to work. Maybe they had an Aussie holiday. That's true. I think it was the exact same ones from last week, yesterday. I think you're right. Good theory. Alright, so let's go do Fang Moor. If anybody has any more thoughts on the 7.4 sneak peek update thingy, or any questions. I've watched it like 5 times now, maybe 6, so I could probably try to answer your questions. But let's get some action on the screen. 27:30. Putting in chapters so you can skip around if you want. We got Fang Moor today. It's Tuesday. Let's see what kind of teams we can make. Oh, here you go. Here's your mid-level team. Let's go. I like Shoggoth, so whenever I have a chance to show it, I'll show it. At least the other 2 teams will be different. Let me change that to mid-level, the chapter. Save. Alright, we got Shoggoth. I like Shoggoth. Let's go. Bad part about this is I have to do every single battle just to show the next team. Kinda. I guess I don't have to. Alright, I can't show the team code until the end. Guess I could go to the underworld, maybe. Show the next team or something. We'll do it quicker after this one. We gotta get through some stuff today, so... True damage to multiples with an explosion, with a silence, with an enrage. Like, it does a lot of stuff. Of course, I like AoE, like true damage hitting everything on the enemy's team. But if you want something else slightly different, that's still really good. You know, Shoggoth is easier to get than like a Tesla, for example. It's an underworld legendary that you should get pretty early in the game. That's why I show it, because, like, some people don't have Tesla. This is more accessible. Plus, it screams every time you cast it. Why would you not want that? The weekly PvP selection isn't automated yet, so they had to like come in the office and do it. I wonder if it had to do with the sneak peek. Maybe they were working on that, and they just forgot. Who knows? I'll try to do this as fast as I can here. Come on. Come on. Come on, let me go fast. Neo says something in my mind. Are we going to have Guild Wars, or is it just a myth rumor? Right? Aren't you glad you got those books, you know? I think it's going to turn into alliances. That's my guess. I think it's gonna be like challenges turning into epic trials. They keep pushing back the Guild Wars because we're never gonna have it again. I'm just guessing. It's gonna be something similar to Guild Wars, just like a tweaked Guild Wars. They're gonna do alliances, maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Because why else do they keep pushing it back for? Like, how does PvP... I don't get how it affects it. I'm sure there's an explanation somebody has, but, they make Guild Wars... Guild Wars is like a guild event. If they took it out of the PvP... Like, they do... I don't know. I guess they do faction events and it affects your underworld, so maybe, like, Guild Wars would affect your PvP. Just feels more like a guild event than like a daily... I don't know. I don't see why the new PvP stuff is affecting Guild Wars. Why can't Guild Wars be a completely separate thing that they just... Like, for now. I don't want Guild Wars. I like having the break from it. I've been playing this game for 7 years, doing Guild Wars so many times, probably more than anybody here. So it's not like I'm begging them to bring it back or anything. I'm liking the break. But I'm just wondering why. Like, what's the reason that they're not doing it? Like, what's the holdup? I guess because Guild Wars is a PvP battle, and then that'll count towards other things. I don't know. Just make it not count towards it, then. Just for now. Maybe you can use talismans in Guild Wars, and they don't want you doing that right now, or... I don't know. Probably trying to find a way to monetize it. If you had to guess why they're pushing something back, the Sinnycool thought would be that they're trying to find a way to monetize it. Until they do that, they're not going to put it back in. Alright, so there's that. That is the mid-level team. Pretty accessible. You don't even really have to use Elementalist, but I was 50% starting, so it was fine. I liked it. You could do Thief class if you want, maybe. The Purple Storm, get the Shoggoths up. But, Elementalist, Miraji Queen, 50% start. Chad with the 2, thank you so much, bro. Turning that music up. The trunk is shaking. You can't even hear it. All we hear is trunk rattling. That is it. It's so loud you can't even hear the music. Alright, may I do a high-level team now? I already showed this, right? Okay. High-level team for Fang Moor. We got red and blue. What should we do? Red and blue, what should we do? Maybe we go back to the old... Ye old faithful. Iron Gut Zul'Goth. You haven't seen this in a while. This used to be like everybody used this all the time. I don't even remember how to use it, really. Could probably throw the wand on there now, though. Dun, 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 dun. Curse and stuff. We just need something to get us up quickly now. Red and blue, that's Harpy Mage. This would be good for deep, like level 500. If you're using something else like Tesla or Shoggoth or whatever you're using, Diamantina, Stellarix, whatever you're using, you know, this would be better for Deathless. This one right here, so. Harpy, where are you at? There she is. So high level team. blue. You just look at your team and see what color you're using the most, and then that's how you pick your banner. And then, like, which color am I not using? And that's how you minus the color you're not using and plus double, you know, go all in on the color you are using. So we're using blue on High King Irongut, the Wand, and Zul'Goth. And then what are we not using? We got blue, yellow, brown, red, and purple. So green. Double blue, yellow. That'd be cool to get up Harpy Mage. It's probably something better, but I want to go with that. And then class. Probably just level something. So use whatever you want for your class. Some 50% start that you're leveling. I'm doing Necro right now, but you could do whatever. Like, Titan is probably a great, is fine. A Brown Storm to get up High King Irongut and the Wand. A Barrier. Well, you don't need the Barrier, but just do anything you want, really. Alright, so this is the high-level team for Fang Moor. Let me put in a chapter. Fang Moor High at 3645. Save. So Harpy Mage, second turn in power. We'll just take the skulls, get a kill. The Wand is up. Should have probably cast it. Fight, kill, bang, leave it. Get out of here. Leave the battle. See ya. Peace out. I don't want to do every single battle. I'm going to do that later. Professor says several guildmates said lots of PvP errors earlier. Maybe they were playing around a reset. It could be in a battle, and then they change it, and it's gone. I could see that happening. A little bit harder to get up your Zul'Goth with that wand on there, so if you really want your Zul'Goth, you might use a different weapon. Or just don't cast the wand, use the Harpy Mage. Crocy said Switch had Guild Wars last week and it was Cliffy errors. Livewire with the chapter, thank you so much. Sana says, I Tesla my way through. That's always a great answer. Tesla is really good. Sometimes I just don't want to show the same teams for everything. Like every time it's red or blue, like to show Tesla or, you know, show Diamantina or Stellarix every single time. I'm trying to show like some different teams sometimes. But that's good for you. Like, don't, if you're using Tesla every time you can, that's fine. I think that's good. Oops. I need to curse or something. Let's do it. Mark says, same here, Sana. I did a ×2 Tesla with Takshaka and Red Kingdom. I still didn't like that Takshaka with Tesla thing, but people are always trying to use stuff that's already good with whatever's new. Just keep that in mind going forward, and you'll see what I mean. Every time we get something new, they're always trying to put it with Tesla or Stellarix. It's because they really want to just keep using Tesla and Stellarix. They don't want to build a team around the new troop. That's the easiest thing to do. What's already meta? What's already the best thing in the game? Oh, Tesla? Let's put the brand new Mythic with Tesla. Let's put the brand new Mythic with Stellarix. Like, come on now. I don't think we're gonna, like, stop doing Thrall and Leprechaun because Takshaka. It's like every single time. It's a pattern I'm noticing. Something new comes in. Everybody tries to put it with Stellarix or Tesla. It's like, come on. We want to see some new stuff. We want a whole new team. We're sick of using Stellarix and Tesla. Let's build a team around Takshaka. Give us another option now. What if we don't have Tesla? What if we don't have Stellarix? Imagine you're out there without Stellarix, and every time you see a new troop, everybody's always trying to throw it on a Stellarix team. That'd be so frustrating. And boring. I'm gonna hit the Zul'Goth because it never gets up. Give it a better chance. There we go. And that might be the best thing to do, but it's boring. And I don't think, you know, a mythic. I keep saying this, but a Stellarix, which only a certain percentage of people have, it's super hard to get, right? Put it with 3 mythics. That'll do the trick. Everybody can use that team, right? That's a good idea. See, I like the Urali Scale Guard Protector because you're trying to build it around something. I like that team, Sana. That's cool. Stacy says, my heart will not be broken if they never bring back Guild Wars. Same here. Sana says, maybe because in Guild Wars you can use Diamantina and Stellarix in every team. I know. Lord says there were Guild Wars on Nintendo last week. It was canceled on Tuesday because there were tons of bugs. Mark says, when I see Stellarix in PvP, I immediately retreat. Yeah. Sana says, yeah, that's what I do too, Mark. Dervicious says they bring back Guild Wars but monetize the Sentinels. Neophyte says I'm thinking of aiming for Epic Trials just to get the pet since I didn't see much reason with PvP. Yeah, Epic Trials is pretty easy this week. The enemy team is horrible, like easy. They barely do anything. And then the player team is like barriers on top of attack on top of tons of stats. Like, it's pretty easy this week. Khetar used to be one of the hardest ones, and they changed it and made it one of the easiest. I got it done when it was one of the hardest, and now it's like super easy, and everybody's gonna get it done. Neo says make a Ninja Turtle split on that like button. Oh yeah. Do the Casey Jones. Isn't that his last name, Jones? Or is that April? April what? Ruby McDongles. Chris is here. Sana says I did Takshaka ×2 with your rally scale guard protector. That's cool, Chris. Good to see ya. Purple. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just go. I'm done with this. Let's get going here. Give me a Zul'Goth, please. Give me a Zul'Goth, please. No? Okay. That's fine. It's almost overkill with the Zul'Goth early. Probably put something else on here. Or you could just take off the High King Iron Gut. I don't know. Here we go. Come on. Alright, 2 more, and then we got the low-level team, and then we're done with Fang Moor, and we'll move on to UNDERSPIRE. If anybody has any questions about the sneak peek, let me know. The link is in the pinned comment if you want to go watch it. It's only like 3 minutes long. Florian! Alright, last one for the high-level team. The team you would use if you're going super deep. Otherwise, I think a quick clear would be better. Trying to get them both. There we go. Peace! Back to the old school. Alright, so... low-level team. Should probably keep Harpy Mage on there, huh? We got blue and we got red. And we can't do any mythics or legendaries. I usually waste a bunch of time looking at everything when I'm probably just gonna do gargoyles, or I guess you could do Balder. It might get you through. We don't do that very often. Let's just do it. Trying to do some different teams today. For low level. Quip, banner, blue. Let's just do yellow. That's fine, we'll keep the same. You want to do some skulls, you want to fill the board up with skulls. You're tired of doing gargoyle or ferocity as a low level player. And you want to try something new. And it's not slow. I mean, it probably slows down later. But if you're going just for all rewards, if you're a low-level player and you're just trying to do all rewards, which is just level 90, just put on your Medals of Seasons and just keep getting extra turns, you'll be okay. It's fun. Jay Shar is here. How's it going? Yeah, me too, Chris. That's what I use for, something. Like Stormheim, or... I think it's Stormheim, right? Stormheim or Giant, yeah. I think those are the two. And as you can see, it's not slow. Now let's grab the red. Blazing through. And I did the low-level team last, so this is harder battles than we've seen. We're still crushing their face in. It's like the enchant gets up the next one before you need it. Usually, of course I say that. Oh, here we go. Fun times. Who doesn't like to see a ton of skulls on the board? It's one of the funnest things to do in the game. Yeah, definitely, Chris. Peace. Alright, 3 more, and we're on to the Underspire. We got a Khetar Underspire, so what the heck are we going to use for that? I'm already trying to think about it. Khetar. Petar. Oops. I should have took skulls there. I'm dumb. Got him anyway. Alright, 2 more. Stop it. I wish the loading screen wouldn't prevent you from picking the next battle like that. The game freaks out when you go too fast in between battles when you're doing a faction event. Doesn't know what to do. Crushing them. Alright, 1 more. It's a tight warrior. That's not bad. I like that. That's a good troop to use early game alongside a Rowan sometimes. I think it's when you have like a brown. Is it like a brown restriction? And you can't use your Rowan? Because Because otherwise it's weaker than Rowan. But if it's a situation where you can't use Rowan, but you can use the Tight Warrior, it's kind of like the same kind of team. There you go, low-level team. Of course, you can also do Gargoyles. You can also do Ferocity. You can also do... I think that's it. There's probably some other things, but that's like 3 good choices for you. No Mythics, no Legendaries. You could do like Black Manacles dance. You could do the triple Dwarven Gate with the Black Manacles. So there's like 4 teams for you if you're low level. And I didn't put a chapter in for low level. I suck. I'll just put it here and they'll have to go backwards. Sorry, low-level players. But there's the team code for you. $75% start. Oh, I know. I like that. I like that. Livewire. I like the Horned Asp. It's like thinking outside of the box, using something that, like Gargoyle's definitely stronger and definitely an easier to get option. So I don't know, like I never use the Horned Asp, but if I was just going to use, like I like snakes or something and I just want to use something different, I'm sick of the Gargoyles, like it's still pretty good and you could probably make it through the whole event with it. But whenever there's red as an option, I'm not going to choose Horned Asp over Gargoyle, because Gargoyle hits way harder and you can 50% start it with Construct, Geomancer. That's how this game is a lot of the time. They'll put something in the game, you're like, in a vacuum, that's good. But then I'm never going to use it because there's this other thing that I would... Why would I not use Gargoyle if I can use Gargoyle? Alright, Underspire. I've done nothing so far. Let me catch up in the chat and see if there's any business to take care of here. Oh, for Underspire? Okay. My bad. When is the new update? Most likely when the campaign is over. They usually don't like to put it in. They want to have a week where there's not too much going on. That's not always the case. But if you had to guess when the update's going to be, whenever the campaign is over. Which isn't too much longer. I think there's only like 2 weeks left or something. Let's go see. Wrong thing. 5 days, so maybe next week? Or wait, that's chapter 10. My bad. Hold on. It's, right here. 12 days, 13 hours. That's probably around when the update will be. So they put out the sneak peek, and then they'll put out the patch notes, and then they'll put out the update. So they'll probably let the sneak peek run for a week or two, and then they'll... I don't know, it could be next week, but either next week or the week after is most likely for the 7.4 update, in my opinion. But the best guess, I think, from most people is when the campaign is done with. So in 12 days, 13 hours or so, the 7.4 update. But it could be next week. I don't know. It's not this week, I don't think. Because they just put out the sneak peeks today. So it's either next week or the week after. And I'm guessing the week after. But good question. Nobody asked that yet. Yeah, easy week. No event this weekend. You just got arena. Neo says, end of the line for me. Gotta put the kid to sleep. I'll get on the train next time. Stay safe, everyone, including the host. You too. Jay Shar, Hiram Hawk. Chris did the Balder team. Yeah, all skulls is so much fun. Mark says, I would like to see Underspire team for this week. I have no mythics to use down there. It's a tight warrior. The game is slower. Horny ass. Captain says Anknum is good for probably the first 75% of battles in Underspire. Triple Wall of Bones. Supernova says, I need a blue empowered or swift troop that either explodes, destroys, or creates red, blue, or brown gems to finish my new gold farming team. What up, social? Timestamp Underspire. You're right. Let's go. Underspire start. Thank you. 55, 56. 56? Fine. Whatever. Alright, let's try to make a team. We want to go fast. Got Pharaoh Nefertani, single target damage, don't like it. Wrath Amon, maybe, if you can do like a skull team. Maybe put it with like a, let's see. Got Duskbringer. Maybe build a team around Duskbringer for early battles. Like, what else is going to hit harder? Yeah, that does hit all enemies. That might be good for mid-level. This does skulls, too. You could do some sort of Wrath Amon, Keeper of Souls. Yeah, you could do some sort of Wrath Amon, Keeper of Souls. Maybe like Doom Tome or something. Not my style, but... Bone Dragon. So you got Wrath Amon, Keeper of Souls, Bone Dragon for some sort of skull team. Convert all yellow gems to Doom Skulls, another skull troop. We got the Gyno. Alright, so I think I see my path here. High level's gonna be Duskbringer. Could do the Wall of Bones, maybe? It's just 5 mana. Would help us, but I don't know. See if we have anything else. Mana generation. This is okay. Nah, we don't need red, though. Gyno. If you do Duskbringer, you need like all purple on your team. Gain 6 mana. You might have to do the Wall of Bones. We'll see how this goes. We'll try it. I don't really need a purple. I could do a Archmagus. When I need a Storm, I do Thief. When I don't need a Storm, I do Archmagus. Banner, definitely purple. Wonder if we should put the Wall of Bones up maybe put 1 ahead of it. Maybe 2. Or maybe all of them, I don't know. So we can still get green and brown. Archmagus, Banner, purple. Purple, green, or purple, brown? No, why? Okay, here we go. Riven Banner. Let's just see what happens. I just want to try it. Let's see what happens. Alright, we need purple. Bad. Just gonna take a second. Not too bad, though. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. Got our lantern. Let's do, it'll look better with the Anu on. Maybe. Alright. Trying it, trying it. You could do black... We don't have black manacles, never mind. I was gonna say, you could do black manacles. You gotta do the dance. Takes a second to do the dance. It's up, though. This could work. Well, I keep thinking of weapons that you can't use because they're restricted. And no purple is fun. So you just take green or brown. Of course, neither one. No purple is fun when that happens. So maybe we do need a purple storm. We need to guarantee that we have purple on the board, so I might switch to Thief. We don't have purple on the board, the team's really slow. Killing all enemies in one shot isn't slow, but... we gotta have that purple. Come on. Alright, a couple more with the new tweak. And then I'll show the team code, and then we'll move on to mid-level. Oops, extra turn. I got too excited. Like, this will be a big tank in first slot. It's gaining armor, gaining attack. Could finish stuff off. One more. It's an option if you want to try it. If you're just doing your free battles, I think it'll work. I don't think we're going to have, like, some super fast team for Khetar. You're just doing what you can do. You see how the one gets up the next one, gets up the next one, gets up the weapon? That's the strat. First wall of bones gets up the second wall of bones, the second wall of bones gets up the third wall of bones, the third wall of bones gets up the Dustbringer. So all you gotta do is get up that first wall of bones and you're good to go. And there's the team. Maybe you don't even... maybe you could move them around too, like... hold on, let me try one more thing. We might just go like this. I don't know if that matters or not. We're getting this up and casting, which gets up this. I don't think it matters where you put it. I was just thinking. Stinking thinking. You just can't put it ahead of the first two. So it's either got to be here or here. The Dustbringer. Anyway. Use your Dustbringer. You never get to use it, and it's a weapon you can use in the restriction. It deals damage to all enemies boosted by purple allies and enemies. Death mark all enemies. If there are 13 or more brown gems, gain 2 magic. When you get deeper, you'll be death marking, and this will be gaining attack, and you can do skulls, finish stuff off. And this will be giant with a lot of armor, so you're not going to die. So I think it could even go decently far. But I don't know. Alright, now let's try a mid-level team. Which might be Anknum. That's a decent idea. See what y'all are saying. Yeah, it's not entry level. That was the high level team. Mark says Underspire seems skull oriented this week. Chris says forgot the weapon, but I used 3-time skeleton for my first battles. Enraged Kurandara says MJK Jets. Is that an option? I don't see it. That's a hard flex, says Social. Chris Turtle 50% start. I can't remember. I think so. Oh, right. MJK, I don't think so. I don't think they usually put out the sneak peek and then immediately put out the update after. I think they usually put it out like a week ahead of time. So I'm guessing no, but stay tuned. I mean, I'm going to be watching tonight, and I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm thinking it's either going to happen next week or the week after. It's my guess. Jets. Social says, has Cinny emailed the devs yet so he can be the next Mythic? Supernova says, my blue PvP prototype team is Mac Ruby, Apothecary, 1 or 2 times Cedric, but this could be too slow, so maybe Chris Turtle. You and your gold farming teams. I'm sure some people appreciate it in the chat, though. I don't know why you want 1 billion gold for. We could try to make a skull team, I guess. But we can't use Rathamon because it's going to be the mid-level team. And these two use the same colors. I hate that so much. I think this one's, like, better. But I like the idea of the Anknum, too. Just for the super early ones. You could do, like a double Anknum with a weapon. You would do probably just whatever Khetar weapon. Undead, Khetar, purple and brown. Maybe. And then what? What's the final piece of this puzzle? Ooh, this could get up. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. I'm just putting it there for now. Skelly cat, skelly cat. Mid-level. I keep wanting to use this, but it's like people say it's good and stuff, but I never feel like I want to put it on the team though. And it might work here. Let's try it. It's new. I need to level it though. Upgrading! The only problem with using this weapon is now we have to do Necro as our class, but I like that because I'm leveling it, so. But if you don't want to use Necro as your class, use an Explodey weapon instead. There's a couple of them. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. And our banner is going to be blue. I'm not going to put a timestamp till I know if this is the team I want to use or not first. And do blue, green, no. Blue, yellow, maybe, no, because it's minus brown. Blue, purple, blue, yellow, minus green. That's the best I see so far. Blue, purple, blue, brown, but it's minus yellow. Blue, red, minus green, maybe. I'm going to stick with what I got. She's going to have trouble getting up, so we might as well give her a little bit of extra. Let's just see what happens here. Alright, we gotta get up our weapon. Got this. Got that. Got this. Cast this. So much purple for nothing, though. That's sad. Guess if you're just going for the free battles. Skulls are always like... There's no weapon for the skulls. You got Keeper of Souls and Bone Dragon. They're both the same. I hate that. Same colors. Blue and red. Get up the weapon. Cast the weapon. It gets a Magnum, you cast it, you win. Hey, we got the boss. I'm gonna do this because I'm weird. I like those writs. I don't need those deeds. I don't want that scratcher. I feel like I could get that question every time. Just like when I don't do my dungeon battles. It's like, why are you doubling the first boss? Why don't you do the dungeon battles as they appear? Not bad. I don't know how far it would take you. But I think I'm going to make it the team. Let's put a timestamp, then I'll do a couple more battles, and then I'll do a low-level team. Underspire mid. 12:30. 1:12:30. 1:12:30. Save. To battle. So they can see it. Go backwards a little bit. If you're clicking on this chapter, I did a couple battles before this. I just wanted to make sure I wanted to use this team first before I put in the chapter. Don't care about skulls because I'm killing everything at the same time. Mostly. Later on, if you're not one-shotting, you would care about skulls. Let's do another battle, and then we'll do low-level team. Probably some sort of Sittite warrior, is what I'm guessing. Blue or red? Alright. Hey, a sentinel. Here's the team code for the mid-level team. Bone Shield, Anknum, Gyno. I didn't cast the Gyno one time, though, so if you want to find something that's purple instead, so your Bone Shield's making a ton of purple and it's going nowhere, more power to you, because my purple's going nowhere. I just wanted to try to use the new troop. Like, what's purple? You could... What's gonna help you? Wall of Bones, maybe? What's the best purples? What's this do? Yeah. Really not anything. If you have Ferrous Raw, maybe? I don't know. I guess that's why I didn't put a purple on there, because nothing looks good. Guess Wall of Bones. If you want to do that, put this here. Could probably even put it up here. Something like that. You'd have to change your banner. Anyway. Let's make a low level. Let's just start from scratch. Can't do mythic, can't do legendary. We start like right here. Horny ass is purple. Rant time. What do you want me to rant about? Somebody say something? Alright, Chad, see you, man. Alright, Chris, we'll see you, no problem. You got the fever, Supernova? The gold fever? Hey, that's cool, Mark. You like it? You doing the Anknum one? Okay, so epic. How you gonna boost your armor for this tight warrior though? Is there a way to do that? Hmm. Oh, the wall of bones. Did you do something like this? Purple and brown, you could go with the, Is this again? Purple and brown. Ooh, and look at all the colors. They're perfect. This might work. We gotta stay necromancer. Let's do a banner. Purple. That might be okay. Yeah, why not? Let's see what happens. The Bone Shield is available in the Soul Forge right now, so I don't feel bad about that. And the Wall of Bones is a common. Ooh, it's up already? So you target your first slot because you're adding armor to your first slot. We probably need to put on guard medals. Hey, I got a token of Nisha. That's a dead end, no need. You just find the door now. Let's go change our medals. Because we're boosting off of armor now. I'm gonna do guard. Stop it. So I like this. I put it in low, Underspire low. I thought I'd come up with some creative teams for this. You know, Dustbringer if you're high level, Anknum if you're mid level, Satite Warrior if you're low level. Okay, so purple. This gets up that. That gets up that. Cast this on that. Bang. What is this? Go away. Purple. If not, blue and red. Hey, there's the door. We're all Khetar, huh? I mean, that's the restriction, right? Just making sure. Yeah, this is adding armor to itself, right? Giving 5 attack and mana to all other allies. Which usually will get up this. Which will then give more mana to everybody else. Which usually will get up this. Which will make a bunch of purple and brown. Which will then get up this. You cast this on first slot, you win. Sometimes it's even faster than that. And this is also making purple to get back up your Wall of Bones so you can do it again if you need to. If this doesn't one-shot, you're ready to go again. So not bad. I like it for a low-level person with no Anknum. So that's Underspire. What do you guys want to see next? Maybe I'll do a poll, or first let's ask the people who are on the train, which I super appreciate keeping this channel going. We got Stacy, who's been a member for 6 months. Appreciate that continued support. Mark with the 2, running out there to help everybody. I think we took all, I think the fart can, bro. Mark, you love the fart can. I think you just welded it on. Chad with the 2. So Mark or Chad or Sana or Livewire or Captain or Anita or Professor. What do you guys want to see next? We could do another epic trial battle. We could keep going with the Underspire. We could do PvP. We could do Invasion. Pretty much everything's on the table. So anybody that donated, let me know. Whoever types first, I'll just do whatever you guys want. Epic Trial, says Anita. Let's go. So let me change my medals. I usually go with all seasons because we're doing a skull thing with Epic Trials. We got Khetar, which is down here. Where's it at? I'm dumb. You think I would know where all of them are by now. Alright, we did 2 battles yesterday. I've already completed this one, so I have no reason to do this except for fun and to help you guys. But we got Tomb Knight, Skeleton, Tutankhamun, and Anknum. I moved the team around a little bit because I felt like we didn't need this for anything. Like, it's just an extra little bit of chip damage with a random barrier. So I moved it down. I'd rather get up this and mana generate for Tomb Knight and Skeleton than block it with Anknum on blue. So I moved the team around a little bit. And then the enemy team is just horrible. This thing only poisons. This thing only barriers. This thing only jumbles. And this thing does damage, but it death marks a random ally. And last battle, 2 of the enemies died to that death mark. So they made this so much easier. The only thing to be scared of is skulls. So take skulls and make sure you don't get hit by skulls. Tomb Knight is what you want. Might as well do this so they don't get red. Skulls, because we don't want them to take them. We need blue and yellow. If we can't get that, we want purple. And if we can't get that, we want green. It's the order of operation. Blue/yellow, then purple, then green. Unless you just got a crazy cascade, like, you might as well do that, but... or an extra turn. But blue and yellow is what you want first. We gotta build up that Tomb Knight, get a barrier. Take skulls. Up. Up. Well, there's skulls in 2 different areas, so what I'm going to do is actually cast the Tomb Knight and get a barrier. And I'm going to be weird and cast it like over here because, well... it's like, they're going to hit me with skulls, then I'm going to hit them with skulls. So I don't want to screw that up. I want to get a barrier. Let them hit me for nothing. Oh, of course! My plan backfired. That sucks. I'm gonna do this. Take that. Of course, dude! They're crushing my Tomb Knight in the face. I don't want, like, random... I want to get up... No! Stop it! Man, if I lose that Tomb Knight, I'm in trouble. I don't like that. Gotta get them up, but I don't want to, like, random. If I cast this, it's, like, random. If I do the skeleton, it's random, so... trying not to be random. Alright, here we go. Yellow. We got 1, we got 2, we got 2, we got 2, we got 1, we got 2. Let's go here. Alright, got my barrier. Now we could do skeleton. Killed that. Ouch. Of course, they hit me twice. They're really trying to kill my Tomb Knight. Random barrier does not go to my Tomb Knight, of course. Yellow and blue, please. Alright, we're gonna have to risk it. Okay, that's fine. We got this. Alright, we're good. 2 here, 3 here. Red extra turn. Another one. Extra turn, get a kill. Not like I'm gonna lose, I don't think, but I'm scared of losing the Tomb Knight. I don't like that. We still got our barrier. Let's do this. Now we'll do that. Which gives us that. Knock my barrier off. So close! Alright, I didn't die. I thought I was gonna lose that Tomb Knight. My dog's barking. Oh, some random dude knocking on doors. Solicitor. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying. Don't accidentally buy this if you already got it. Alright, I'll do another one. Maybe we'll save the last one for Thursday or Friday. So we have something to do. Because this is kind of fun. I know a lot of y'all don't like to play the Epic Trials, but I think watching it's a little bit more fun, right? So we'll do one more. The Mooning Cat Sauna. Beg for mercy, yo! Went with 3 times Stellaric, 1 Takshaka, right? He gets it. He gets it. Just take the best team in the game. Take off one thing and put on the new troop. You'll see that pattern if you watch for it. Beg knows what I'm talking about. New Mythic is awesome. I like it too. Supernova maxed it yesterday. Nice job. Timestamp, you're right. Dang it. Epic Trials 128. Save. Go back a little bit if you're watching Epic Trials. I keep screwing up the chapters, but at least they're there. It gets you in the general area. Alright, skulls, because we don't want them taking them. You did autoplay? It'd probably win eventually. I think this is a good one to autoplay. Just anytime you can't play the game, throw it on autoplay. You could probably get through some of it. Alright, we got 3 right here. Just Tomb Knight, Tomb Knight, Tomb Knight, Tomb Knight. And don't get hit by skulls. Let's do the cat's butt because we got barrier. The cat's butt is random though, so you don't want to just be... If your Tomb Knight's low on HP, like you saw me in the last battle, I was saving the cat's butt for a while because my Tomb Knight had no barrier and it was low on HP, and the cat's butt is totally random, so you don't want to just cast it and give them skulls. So a good time to cast the cat's butt is when you already have a barrier on your Tomb Knight. Same with the skeleton. Like, you might want to wait till you have a barrier to do it. And they're still cracking me. We got 2, we got 3. Let's do it. Got our barrier back. Got more attack. The cat is showing its crack. We don't have barrier, so I'm going to get it back. Just waiting for the perfect situation. Alright, here we go. Now we can do skeleton. What are you doing, Agile? They get skulls every time they cast that. Let's hope for a random barrier. Hey, we got it. Nice. So now we can do this. Which gave us nothing. Alright, get out of here, you freak, with Agile. We got this, look. Looking for the most yellow in a column. We got one, we got two, we got two. There's an extra turn, though. Which gave us skulls. Oh, they missed this. What a dumb team. You're dumb. It's dead. It died to a death mark. And we got two, we got three. We got skulls. They're death marked. Purple's fine. And let's take this, get some skulls. No death again. So stay tuned. Come watch on Thursday or Friday. Most likely Thursday. We'll see if I can no death this thing, because I haven't lost a troop yet. And I like to try to no death the epic trials. I've been doing it a lot lately. And I like doing that because it shows that it's not just, oh, Cinny, your stats are so high. Well, how come I didn't die at all? Like, if it came down to, like, my stats being so high that that's the reason I'm winning, then how come I'm not losing at least, like, one troop or something? If I can do it and not lose a single troop, I'm sure you can be okay and do an extra skull to get the kill. Or take one less skull so you don't die. Get that barrier on. Barrier doesn't matter how many stats the enemy has if you have a barrier. Like, they can hit you for 37 million, and your barrier will absorb it. So it may take you an extra skull hit to kill them, and you may get killed in an extra skull hit. Well, I lost 0 troops. So you might lose 1 troop along the way, or 2 troops or something, but you can still do it. I know you can. That's all I'm saying is, I know you can do it. You can do it. You got this. Stats are like, somebody says, oh, but your stats are, that's their excuse. Talking about my stats. That I'm totally free to play. Oh, see what y'all are saying. Gym hacks. Mark, keep trying that autoplay. I bet you it wins. Use Tutankhamun to generate mana in the second slot. Yeah, I mean, you know, Skeleton is purple, so it doesn't matter. You can either way, because they're completely different colors. So yeah, you could do that, but it doesn't matter. See what I mean? If I do this, it's the same exact thing as if I have it like that. But maybe you're right, because I'd rather lose Tutankhamun maybe than Skeleton. I don't know. I just figured it doesn't really matter because they're different mana colors. So no matter which way you have it, it's the same thing. So we pretty much have the same thing. Once you figure out the concept of mana and it trickling down from the top to the bottom, a light bulb goes off in your brain. And you'll realize, like, this kind of stuff doesn't matter right here. Because they're totally different mana colors. So whether this is here or this is here, it's still the same thing. The only difference is if you lose your Tomb Knight, then next up to bat is the Skeleton. So that's the only thing you really got to think of there. Like, who would I miss more, Skeleton or Tutankhamun? If you would miss the Tutankhamun more, you'd put it down here. If you would miss the Skeleton more, you would do this. So that's the only really difference. If you take blue mana, it's going to the Tomb Knight until the Tomb Knight's full. If you take yellow mana, it's going to the Tomb Knight till the Tomb Knight's full. If you take purple mana, it's going to the Skeleton no matter what, because nothing else on your team is purple. If you take blue mana, it's going to the Tomb Knight first until it's full, and then once the Tomb Knight is full, it will go into the Tutankhamun. And then once the Tutankhamun's full, it will go into the Anknum. But if you take blue mana, it's never going to go to Anknum unless Tomb Knight's full first, and then Tutankhamun's full. That's how mana trickles down from the top to the bottom. So the only color that we even have to worry about is blue. So the order of Tomb Knight, Tutankhamun, and Ankhnum is the only thing you need to worry about. If you want to get Ankhnum up, you take brown. If you want to get Tutankhamun up, you take green. You know, if you want to use... Tomb Knight's going to steal all the blue, and you're going to keep casting it and casting it and casting it, so... And then the only other thing is, like, is there any traits? Like, this has 30% skull reduction, so I got it in first slot because it can take a better hit than the other troops. But I remember back in the day when, like, I've only been playing the game for, like, a year or something. That's when the light bulb went off. I was like, oh, yeah. Mana trickles from the top to the bottom. I get it. I'm not going to take blue. It's not going to go into Ankhnum if I take blue. It's not going to skip past Tomb Knight and Tutankhamun. It's going to go into them first until they're full. Then anything extra would go into Ankhnum. If I took, like, 13 blue mana and Tomb Knight was full, then 12 of it would go to Tutankhamun and 1 of it would go into Ankhnum. If I took blue and I got 14 blue and Tomb Knight has 0 mana, 13 would go to Tomb Knight and then 1 would go to Tutankhamun. That's how it works. So if Tomb Knight's on 12 out of 13 and then I take a swipe of blue and I take like a 4 match, let's say, and I get 4 mana, and Tutankhamun's on 12, 1 mana will go to Tomb Knight to fill it up, then it'll be fully charged, and the other 3 blue will go into Tutankhamun. And Ankhnum gets nothing until Tutankhamun's full. That's why you don't block things. That's like earlier I wouldn't do Bone Dragon and Keeper of Souls, because they're both purple and brown. So whatever one's under the other one is like never going to get up unless you specifically wait until they're both fully charged, which takes too much time. So the best way to do, like especially early, is to make a team of a bunch of different colors. That way, like, this one takes green, this one takes brown, this one takes yellow, this one takes purple. You got, every time I take purple, it's going to this. Every time I take green, it's going to that. Every time I take brown, it's going to that. You don't want a whole team that's just like all blue and yellow. The whole entire team is blue and yellow. The 4th thing on the team is never going to get up. Unless you sit there and wait until you have 4 fully charged troops. I don't know if anybody out there needed to hear that or not, but maybe a lurker or somebody watching after. I know most people in the chat already know about mana and how it works, trickling from the top to the bottom. It's more of a beginner thing, but... Mike D! Will I craft Stellarix Friday? Yes, I will. Hey, so that's our thing. Nobody's going to come to the stream to watch me play Arena, but you can come to the stream to watch me get Stellarix. Because I'm super close. I already did the dungeon today and failed it and bought the offer. But I got 962. All I need is 1100. We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is going to be 180. Is that enough? Yep, that's just enough. We'll have 1140, right? I hope so. We'll get Stellarix on Friday. Breathing's a good thing, yeah. Mike is still breathing. Professor says I have to really pay attention. What they are trying to teach sometimes is not the way. Who is they? The game? Supernova. Oh, like, yeah, I see what you mean. Right. In the Epic Trials? Yeah, that's almost never the thing. That's true. Look right here, they say, create skulls for more chances to deal damage. Well, what's creating skull? I mean, the skeleton, I guess, so never mind. Match skulls to deal damage to the front enemy. I mean, that is what you're doing, but, you know, build up your Tomb Knight. If I was going to put my own hints there, I would just put build up Tomb Knight, strategic barriers, and then take skulls. Build up Tomb Knight, strategic barriers, cast barriers strategically so you don't take damage and lose a troop. You know, something like that. Because you got more like, this is the only thing on your team creating skulls. You know, you got this is making a barrier, this is making a barrier. Like, you're doing more barriers than you are skulls, so the hint should be something about barrier, really. Only one thing on your team does skull, so I don't know why they made that the hint. Maybe just because Khetar has a bunch of skull troops in it. Nothing on the enemy team is doing... Look, this does barrier too. You see what I mean? If they were going to teach you a lesson for this epic trial, it should be something about barrier. No skulls here, right? Destroying skulls, but no skulls created. No skulls created. No skulls created. No skulls created. Right? No skulls created. No skulls created. No skulls created. So 1 troop out of 8 is making skulls. Wow, this does a barrier. This does a barrier. And this does a barrier. So their stupid hint should be about barrier, not skulls. Their hints are always wrong. Not always, but you know what I mean. A lot of the time. Just like the order of the team that they make is usually wrong, and you have to switch it around. Sometimes they get it right, though. They accidentally get it right. A broken clock is right, 2 times a day or whatever. Yeah, I'll be playing Arena Friday because I just like it, and I think it's fun to watch me destroy Arena and be the king of Arena. Alright, you guys, I got like 10 to 15 minutes left. What do you want to see now? Anybody else? You can pick anything. I don't care. We got XP boosters. We got adventure board. We got PvP. Anything but the last epic trial battle. And I probably wouldn't want to do Underspire again, but we could. But anything except for that last epic trial battle, because I'll do that. I don't know. I guess if you guys really want it, I'll do it. But I got vault keys. Pretty much anything you can think of we can do for the last, 10 to 15 minutes. Do my dailies? Okay. So I got XP booster. I look at that first. That's what I always do. And then it says to do the adventure board. So I'm going to do the adventure board. We got some keys. We got some gems. I use Rowan so I can level a class. That's just my thing every single day. Helps me make progress. Once you get to my level in the game, that's one thing that's going to block you. It's blocking me way more than pets ever did. Getting classes to 100, I don't recommend doing it instead of something else. I like doing it alongside of other things. While I do adventure board, I'm leveling a class. While I'm doing whatever, vault event as a beginner, I'm leveling a class, While I'm doing the Legends Reborn quest, I'm leveling a class, etc. I never sit there and just do Explore 1 to level a class. But that's one thing that's blocking me from Kingdom Power now. But I don't care. I'm willing to take it slow, because all I'm missing is a 0.25% of a tribute or something. It's not that big of a deal. If I was missing out on a stat now, that'd be a different story. But almost every single next power I'm getting is not a stat. And most of them are already to a point where I'm not going to get another stat. So no class is really blocking me from getting a stat. The way I'm doing it anyway, sometimes you might need to get a class to 40 or 60 or something for a stat, but that's not as hard as getting it to 100. And you can kind of look ahead. Always, you should check your kingdom powers and stuff like that, once a month or every other week or something. And just see where you're at. Be like, oh, it looks like I'm going to be needing to do Dervish to 40 soon. I should probably start working on Dervish. The more you look ahead and plan ahead, the less you have to do all this weird, farming. Now you know, oh, I'm going to equip Dervish whenever I can for the next... So that next kingdom power is asking me. That's what I did anyway. I would just check on my kingdom levels and power once a month. And then like I said, if it says Dervish to 40, I would get Dervish to 40 and then maybe I'd look again when I'm done with that. So I can do the next thing. Treasure hunt? No way. If somebody donates 20 bucks, I'll do treasure hunt. Trying to say a number nobody will do. I hate treasure hunt with a passion. I do not want to do it. So do not donate $20, please. I do not want to do... even though I'm not horrible at it. Hey, you would think, this guy hates treasure hunt. He must suck at it. No, I just think it's a waste of time. So... I'm decent at it. I did the 2 vault. If you go to speedrun.com, I'm on the leaderboard. There's video proof of me getting two vaults. It's not like I suck at it, but I just hate it. I gotta collect these. I'm gonna do that next. Did adventure board, got my XP booster. Let's get our stats now. Or loot. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. This last one's always bugged. I'm pushing buttons. You hear that? It's doing nothing. To like go out and come back. It won't let me do anything except for the L buttons. I have to go all the way out and come back in. Not letting me. Ugh. Alright, anyway. It needs to load, I guess. Not sure why. And it doesn't always do it. I've had it happen before where I didn't have to do that, but... some little glitch or bug right there. A little hitch in its giddy up. I love writs. I love books. And I love stats. So that's adventure board, campaign, XP booster. I already did the dungeon. As much as I'm gonna do it, you guys know. I don't need diamonds, I don't need jewels, etc. I have all the mythics, I have all the troops. You guys should do the dungeon, do them as they appear. Don't, do as I say, not as I do. I just see if I get a perfect, and if I don't run the battles. I might regret that one day. Alright, so if I was going to do whatever next, it'd probably be guild. I always think of guild. Or whatever the event of the day is. So it'd be... I might do faction event first, and then do this. But we already did a little bit of the faction, so let's do a little bit of this. This was like my low-level team. I guess we'll run it. Cat's here! I could get 2 gems in 25 minutes, I know. Me a comment about how they love treasure hunt and... I don't know. It's one of their favorite game modes ever, like, in any game, and... like, dude, I would rather... I don't know. I'd rather be playing some other game. I don't know. If you like treasure hunt that bad, you could play, like, Tetris, or... there's probably 100 games that are like treasure hunt, but better. It's just a mini game in another game. How could it be better than like a real game that people actually developed? They just pooped out treasure hunt, and they haven't done anything with it. They pooped it out 7 years ago, and they haven't changed it in 7 years. There's no way it's better. You could go play a different game, and it would be so much better. That's actually been out in the last 5 years or something. You'd have way more fun. And you'd make the same amount of progress in Gems of War. I promise you. If you go play a totally different game, if you like treasure hunt, hear me out. If you like treasure hunt, go find a whole different game that's way better. And play that instead. And you will make the same amount of progress that you would make if you actually played treasure hunt in Gems of War. By playing a completely different game that has nothing to do with Gems of War, you'd make the same progress. Because treasure hunt is horrible and you don't get anything, like they said in the chat, you would get like 2 gems for 15 minutes of work. You could have been doing something else that whole time. Having fun. And just take your tribute. Go play Candy Crush or something. Take your tribute every hour. You would get more gems. I think treasure hunt is a complete waste of time, no matter what anybody says. Like, if you love it so much, you could find a better game that's better than treasure hunt out there somewhere on Steam or something. Why are you playing a mini game in another game and not making any progress? Exaggerating a little bit. Of course, you get like a little bit of resources for the game, so But I feel like you would do much better setting an alarm and just getting more tributes while you play a whole different game. Yeah, I hate treasure hunt. I don't know, 20 whatevers. Unless it's like equal to $1 or something. Yeah, I just play treasure hunt for the achievement. I understand that. I just don't get the people playing it on a daily basis. I used to think it was okay and fun too, but I feel like I could play anything else and have more fun. I guess somebody would have to tell you, like, oh, this game is good, and it's kind of like treasure hunt. So it might be hard to find at first, but if you look, I bet you could find something. It's a game they pooped out 7 years ago and haven't touched. There's gotta be something better than that on Steam somewhere. If you're gonna play Gems of War, play Gems of War. Don't play Treasure Hunt. It's not even anything. It has nothing to do with this game. It's just a... It's annoying. And people out there say Arena's worse than Treasure Hunt. Arena did nothing to you. What did Arena do to you? It doesn't do anything. Nobody makes you play it. You don't have to invest anything into it. You don't have to play it. Why is everybody so mad at Arena? Getting mad at something that's not doing anything to you. It's like getting mad at a tiger in China when you live in the United States. You don't have to play Treasure Hunt either, I guess. But people always get so mad about Arena and how much they hate it and stuff, when it actually makes you better at the game. Treasure Hunt doesn't make you better at the game. Treasure Hunt makes you worse at the game. If you sat here and played Treasure Hunt for 45 minutes every day, I think you would be worse at the game than before you started. If you sat here and played Arena for 45 minutes a day, you would be tremendously better at the game. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. That's the difference. Treasure Hunt makes you worse at Gems of War. Arena makes you better at Gems of War. Period. They both have horrible rewards, and you don't have to do either one of them. But that's the bottom line. Treasure Hunt makes you worse at the game. Arena makes you better at the game. So there's actually value in Arena. There's no value in Treasure Hunt. There's zero value. It's like you're a basketball player. If you do 100 layups, that's like playing Arena. You do 100 layups every day. Now when you're in the game and you're on a breakaway, you know you're going to make that layup because you've been practicing, you've been doing your layups every day, practicing 100 layups a day. That's Arena. Treasure Hunt would be like picking your nose on the sideline every day. Now you're on that breakaway. You're just good at picking your nose. You're going to miss the layup. They had barrier. Nobody likes to do 100 layups, I know. But you get in front of that crowd. You steal the ball, you're on a breakaway. Don't you wish you had done them? Now you brick it off the front of the rim, and you look like a fool. Everybody wants some other guy to lift them up and let them dunk it. Well, you could be really good on your own when nobody's there to help you. That's what Arena does for you. You get thrown into a random battle with random troops all of a sudden. It's Monday morning and you got epic trials and no one's put out a video yet. You could do it. You could do it by yourself. Because you're good. You've been doing Arena. That's pretty similar. Epic trials and Arena are pretty similar. It's 4 random troops. It's not easy. You can't just copy-paste a team in. If you ever want to do epic trials on your own without help from somebody else, you would practice Arena. And then when you get in those random situations on a Monday morning where nobody's helped you, you're up the crack of dawn at reset and you want to get something done, or else, oh, I can't play for the rest of the day unless I do it right now. Well, you could do that if you'd just been practicing. But there's so much things to do these days. It's like, when are you going to have time anyway? There's way too much. There's a game every second of every day, so when are you going to practice? They made our schedule too crazy. So I get it. No one's out there. I'm not playing Arena. I'm just telling you, don't hate it so much, because there is value, and it's not worse than Treasure Hunt. That's my only point. I don't think anybody should be out there playing Arena every day. Unless they specifically want to get better at the game. That's the only person. You want to practice your mechanics. You want to do better at matching gems. You want to do better cascades and better sky gems and better like team configuration and knowing which troops are better and how to build a team and mana blocking and picking troops that are different colors so you're not using a whole team of the same color. Like, it teaches you all those things. Because the better you do at those things, the more chance you have at winning in Arena. If you sit there and pick a whole team of purple troops and they're all purple, you're going to lose. If you go and pick all tanks, you're probably going to lose. If you go and pick all mana generators, you're probably going to lose. If you pick stupid troops that aren't good in Arena, you're going to... If you pick Centurigon, you're probably going to lose. And he's not good in Arena. Drink some water? Yeah, no. I don't even have any, I don't think. Dang it. That's what happens in the chatathons. I go crazy. Talk way too much, way too early. But yeah, I gotta get off of here. Let's do this last battle. I'll go get a drink. Anybody have any questions about the update or anything? Faction, Underspire. Any last requests? Oh, I got Sharp Tooth. Dang it. Wasn't paying attention. There we go. I need to do more this week. Last week with the World event, I got last place in my guild. They were done by like Thursday. So I need to do some more invasion. But yeah, that's it for today. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot to get about the channel comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which will be Thursday. Tomorrow is EverQuest, so I don't know. That's just our day off from Gems of War. Wednesday and Sunday we do other games, if anybody's interested. We do EverQuest on Wednesday, we're doing Elden Ring on Sunday. But every single other day is a Gems of War live stream. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Gems of War live streams, somewhere between 10 a.m. and 12. Next one is Thursday, probably around 12. Be the class event, maybe the last epic trial, and just more of everything else. Then Friday, we got Stellarix and Arena. Saturday is spoilers. Sunday is Elden Ring. And we're on like the last area for sure. I'm pretty sure now. We beat Margot. And we're heading to some crazy last area. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. I need some high-quality H2O. Call Bobby Boucher, the water boy. Drop and give me an Arena, says Professor. Mark says I agree. Epic Trials and Arena are similar. That's why I don't like them. Tough for me to go slow. Funky Town says Arena teaches you to play, but goes against all the speed advice that we mostly get. A lot of that speed advice is just somebody giving you a team. Like, if you just want... It sounds terrible, and it's like me being a self-saboteur. But I want the best for y'all. So I want you to learn how to fish. So the best way to learn how to fish is to play something like Arena. If you just want to, like, a copy-paste the fast team in on every event, like, that's, you know, somebody giving you fish. If you want to learn how to fish, if you really want to learn the game and how to play the game, Arena is the place to be. But, you know, do it early as a beginner and it'll be better. Like, the later you are in the game, you just want to get stuff done. You just want to do stuff fast. So, of course, if you're an in-game player, you're probably not playing Arena. But if you start early and you play a little bit of Arena every day when you're a beginner, you're going to be much better later on. These days, everybody just copy-pastes some team in and they brr, 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 brr. That's Gems of War. So you're really not even that good at the game. You're just using a team that's brr. If it came down to it and somebody threw you into a battle with 4 random troops against a hard team, you'd probably lose. But nobody cares. They all just want the brr. Poor treasure hunt, says Livewire. Arena teaches you how to play the game. Like, it'll teach you how to go faster, too. You can get a Cascade, which will give you more mana, which will get up your troops faster, you can learn how to put troops in the right order so your mana goes into the correct troops so they get up faster. It can help you play faster, too. It's a slow game mode, yes. But it teaches you things that can make you go faster, too. You know, if you copy-paste a team in, you could make that even faster by knowing how to do things. Like, oh, should I use them? Yeah. I don't know. Should I take this mana or that mana? Oh, I got Enchant. I got Harpy Mage, right? It's yellow and red. It's on 10 out of 12. But I have Enchant, so why would I take this red and yellow when I could take this other color? Harpy Mage is getting up either way next turn. You'll learn stuff like that. Instead, you're taking yellow and red and wasting a chance at getting other mana, and then your Harpy Mage would have got up anyway because you had Enchant. And now you just wasted a turn on nothing. You could have took some mana for your Diamantina or your Stellarix or something, and then cast Harpy Mage, and then got it up, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to convince people to play Arena because there's just way too much going on these days, but it is a good place to practice. If you're feeling like you want to get better at the game, just try it. It teaches you tons of stuff. There's a game where you can grow plants. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. Social, Mark, Sana, Cat, Livewire, Mike D, Funky Town, Texas, The Professor, Livewire, Mark, Cat. Yeah, I need some water. Social, Livewire, Sana, la 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 la. I almost said Livewire twice in a row. Mike D, Social, Sana, Beg for Mercy, Anita, Chad the Clip Bomb, Stacy, Chris Lazama was here today, MJK Jets, Captain Supernova. Like, how did Sinnycool get so good at this game? I played a lot of Arena back in the day. And that might not be the only reason, but you see me going through these epic trials doing Deathless. You see me doing Pure Faction 500. You see me doing all this crazy stuff. Arena, I'll do Arena and never lose. I let you guys pick my team, and you guys pick the worst troops, and then I win somehow. Like, if you ever want to be that good at the game, just... That's all I'm saying. If you just want to keep copy-pasting, that's up to you. But if you ever want to be as good as I am at the game, you know, I'm just giving you the advice. You don't have to take it. Captain Livewire, Professor J. Shar, Chris, Hiram Hawk, Florian, Neo, Stacy. Thanks again, Mark. Appreciate you. With the 2, Chad with the 2. Chad with the 2. Sauna, thank you. Livewire, thank you. John was here today. Hiram Hawk, the Professor, F. Lee. That's as far as it'll let me go back, so I appreciate everybody that was here. If I missed your name, special super duper shout out to the Professor, Anita, Captain Professor Uncle Lollygagger, Livewire, Sauna, Chad, and Mark. You guys rock. Oh, yeah. Keeping that train a-running. We had the fart can. You see me rolling. Alright, I'll see y'all Thursday. No problem, Anita. Yeah, do you guys do the sky gems? Do you predict what's about to fall? Do you know what that is? You'll learn it in Arena. I bet. Or at least go watch me play Arena, and I'll show you. Like, you guys think about gems that aren't even there? Because I do. But I'll see you. Like, share, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I already said that. You guys are the best. And I'm out of here. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I'll see you Thursday around noon.